What's up, YouTube family? Lou here with another Guy Like Collectibles video, and today I wanted to share something different. I know the majority of my content, probably 99%, is about baseball and baseball cards and stuff like that. But today, I want to share with you a different collection that I have. When I originally started the channel, before I even started the channel, I wanted it to be a channel because of what it was that I was doing. I was selling online. I was going to toy shows, Comic Cons, and stuff like that, where I sold comics, action figures, cards, everything. And one of my original goals was to eventually go on YouTube or Instagram or something and create lives and create content based on what I was selling, stuff that I collected. But then I kind of didn't do it. And then when I started getting back into my baseball collecting again, I started watching a lot of videos and stuff like that. And I just started seeing a lot of different creators creating content on baseball. And baseball has always been my first love since I was like 4 years old. My dad was teaching me how to throw a baseball and how to swing a bat. And so baseball has always been my first true love. But also growing up as a kid, I was a huge wrestling fan. And one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, if not my favorite, was Hulk Hogan. As you get older and you start seeing a lot of videos and documentaries and all this stuff, you start seeing that a lot of your heroes were like tainted, you know what I mean? But I look at it as it was part of my childhood, and as the character of Hulk Hogan, I thought he was great and he was my favorite. So I wanted to share my Hulk Hogan collection with you. I do have a few cards of him, not many. As a kid, I had a bunch of cards because I used to buy the wrestling packs, and I used to always go trade in school. We on our way to school, we'll stop at the corner store, buy packs of the WWF superstars cards and stuff like that. We'll be trading, and it was so cool. I don't know what the heck ever happened to that collection of cards that I had, but in any case, I do have a couple cards here. I guess I could start off with showing the cards, since technically it is a card channel. But here I only have 3 of them at the moment. But let's start with the oldest one. This is a 1987 Topps WWF Hulk Hogan number 3. This one's a cool card. Him flexing in the ring. And here's the back of it. Wrestling stars. Then my go with the 1990 classic WWF. I remember I bought a bunch of these packs when I was a kid. This one was a cool one here. This one, Hulkamania was at the peak. And then I have this 91 classic. The glare's a little crazy because I'm outside. So you might hear some noise too. I live near an airport. So if you hear any crazy noises, man, my apologies. But it's always been a goal of mine or a dream of mine to share my collection. You know what I mean? Like, I collect comics, I collect everything. So a little bit of everything, I want to show you these shot glasses. These are pretty cool. This was made by a friend of mine, and he has his own little company, Big Baby Merchandising. He made this NWO shot glass for me of Hogan, and he made this other one classic Hogan. Which is funny because I actually have this statue. I'll end up showing it in a little bit. The same exact one, same exact pose, everything. It's pretty awesome. So these are cool. Got these shot glasses. Shout out to my man Joe Vaughn. Let me just start showing some of my stuff. Yeah, I grew up a big wrestling fan. I remember seeing the second WrestleMania live, not in person, but live on TV. My buddy's dad had, like, I guess I don't know what kind of cable it was or whatever, but we were able to see the WrestleMania while it was happening, and it was pretty awesome. The WrestleMania 1 came out in '85. I was able to see that, but I saw that, you know, like already taped. But WrestleMania 2, 3, and all that, I was able to see those live when they happened. So let's start off with one of the OGs right here. Got this old school LJN. You know, those scratched up and all that. I ain't gonna lie, I touched up the knees with my own paint. You know what I mean? But pretty nice. You know what I mean? There's the original OG. I remember having this when I was a kid. The old school belt. And then let's go show. This one is jacked up because it's all marked up. I'm gonna try to clean it. I'm gonna see if there's a way I can clean it. This is the WCW Hogan. Now, if it wasn't for all the black scuff marks, and I don't know if they're Sharpie or what the heck it is, but if it wasn't for that, this would be pretty good because all the colors intact. It's still intact. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna try to see if I can clean it. I think with baking soda and some water and a Q-tip, you can start trying to take those scuffs off. So I'll probably end up trying to do that. That's my WCW Hogan. Here's another one. This Hogan is jacked up, but I bought it anyway. It was only $1. I think I picked it up at a flea market. You know what I mean? It was one of those like stretchy looking things. As you can see, he's kind of like, but I don't know if he was with TNA at this time or, I'll tell you right now. No, he was with WWE. This is 2003. So, because he had those tie-dye tights. But yeah, Hogan was my guy, man, growing up. I used to love watching him wrestle. And you know, he wasn't the greatest wrestler, but he was just entertaining and he had that charisma. Here's a Hulk Rules. This is just a basic figure. Here's in the back. Train, eat your vitamins, say your prayers, believe in yourself, brother. Ooh, yeah, brother. What you gonna do? But this one's pretty sharp. But when it comes to Hogan, man, I collect everything. You know, I'm pretty bad with it. Here's another one. I think this one was a TNA one. Yeah, this one was from TNA 2010. This one's a cool one. You know, I pose him up like if he was like doing his little thing. This one actually looks really realistic, his face. But I got a ton of Hogans, man. So I figure I'll share them. Let me show you a OG 1980. I think this came out in 83 because I think the movie came out in 83. The OG Thunder Lips from the Hogan. I mean the Rocky series. This is the OG Thunder Lips. This came out in 1983. Yep. And this is from the movie Rocky 3. So I picked this up at a flea market for like $2. You know, I love having my stuff open because I like to display them. You know, like even like with the starting lineups and the McFarlane sports figures. I like displaying my stuff. I don't know. It's like when I die, I'm not taking none of this with me. So I might as well enjoy them while I'm alive, right? And enjoy displaying them, looking at them. Kind of sucks when they're in a package and they're like in a certain pose, and you can't really enjoy the fullness of the figure because it's enclosed. So you can't pose them, you can't do nothing with them. So whatever pose they stuck in, you know what I mean? And then it's like, what am I gonna do? Keep them like that forever and not really enjoy them, or box them up? So that's why I like to open them up. I like to display them and put them in different, you know, positions and stuff like that. This one's a cool one. This is one of my favorite ones. This came out in 2011. This was one of the defining moments, Hogan. I love this Hogan. I love the belt, the bandana. He has the gold chain, and then he's like ripping the shirt off. So this one was awesome. I love this Hogan. This is definitely one of my favorite ones. Out of the regular size figures, this is probably my favorite one, because of he looks so cool, you know. So this is the defining moments Hogan. And you know, you gotta appreciate your collection, man. You gotta appreciate it. You gotta like look at them and enjoy them and hold them in your hands. And you know, them being stuck in a box is like, eh. Here's a NWO Hogan. Now this was from the WCW days, and it comes with the chair, you know, Director Hollywood Hogan, and you got the belt there. So this one's pretty cool. You got the little megaphone here. He does come with a light, but I got it back over in the other room. But yeah, this one's cool. It comes with the boa, you know. So this one's pretty dope. I like that. I really don't have NWO Hogans. You know what I mean? I got two. Here's the other one. And this one is like kind of loose on the arms, but this was one that I found loose for like $2 or $3 at a flea market, you know. And so I picked it up, you know. The boots. This one might have been when he came back to the WWE. This is from Jake's Pacific. So yeah, I think this is when he came back. This might have been around the time when he fought The Rock at WrestleMania 18. But then I have this old school. This one is like, I got this for like $1. But I don't even think this is supposed to be Hogan. It's like a bootleg Hogan, because this was like some other company. And this is like a straight up made in China bootleg jump off. But I picked it up anyway. I think it was $1. And I said, well, you know, I have all kinds of Hogan. The bootleg ones, the real ones, all of them. So, got that one. Looking like He-Man. Then, this one's a cool one. This is another Thunder Lips. But this is like from the newer versions. You know what I mean? Look at that. Here's the back of it. This one looks so cool. You know? You could take this out, you know, move it around. Come on, meatball. But this one's cool. This is from when they redid the Rocky series figures, and this was the newer model. So as you can see, you got the older one and the OG and the new one. Big difference, you know what I mean? Big difference of how it looks. So this one's a really cool Hogan. Then I got the Hasbro Hogans. You know, got this one here. I forgot where I got this one from, to be honest with you. A lot of Hogans I got on toy shows. It might have been a toy show I went to. Maybe Galacticon or Baltimore Comic-Con. I don't remember. But, you know, this one has a little bit of all this stuff here peeling, but the bandana is cool. Everything else is cool, you know. So this is one of the Hogans I got from Hasbro. Here's the other one. This one I like a lot. The Hulk Rules, and this is like the Power Slam, supposed to be the Power Slam one, you know. So, and this one is good because everything is still intact. There's no chipping on it. It just looks amazing. So this one's in great shape. I love this one. So then I'll show you my second to last one. This one is also a Hasbro, but I ended up customizing it myself. I ended up painting it and kind of made him into the Hulk Hogan from the movie No Holds Barred, Rip 'em. So I ended up customizing this to make it look like the Rip 'em from the movie No Holds Barred. Drew this out and painted it in. So it came out pretty clean, you know what I mean? Considering, you know, it came out really, really clean. So I was happy with it, of how it looks. It's a little close up. And yeah, man. But like I said, man, I enjoy having these things and, you know, enjoy looking at them. It just brings me nostalgia. It's part of my childhood. So then the last one I'm going to show you, this particular one is my favorite Hogan in my collection. It is the one that I was searching for a long time. He's not really difficult to find because you can go on eBay and purchase him, but he's hard to find complete with belt and shirt. And sometimes when you do find it with the belt and shirt, super duper pricey. So without a shirt, without a belt, usually I've seen them for like 50, 60 bucks just without the stuff, you know what I mean? But this one was super clean. I did not do any touch-ups to this. I did not clean it up. Well, I did clean it because it had like a lot of marks on it. So I took some baking soda and water, and I was able to get it cleaned up. But when I got it, it was a mess, super dirty, and I had to clean it up. But I found this, believe it or not, I got this on Craigslist. And so this is the 1985 Titan Sports. And this is the 16-inch Hogan. And look at that. Look how cool that is. It's intact. A lot of times when you buy these, this is rubbed off. Look at the knee pads. The knee pads are still intact. They're not scuffed up. Everything about them is pretty much intact. You know, he got a little scuff there. But for the most part, everything about this figure is pretty sweet. Here's the belt. The belt was like really nasty and had a lot of gunk on it. I had to clean it. But now, you know, it doesn't have the shine of the gold from the original. But wristbands are intact. So the story behind this one was I always search for these. Well, I was always searching for it before I got this one. And every time I would go looking on eBay or online, you know, I could never find the one that I wanted. So one day I decided to search Craigslist, and I see that Hogan on there, and the guy was asking $60 for it. 60 bucks, but he came with the shirt, came with the belt, and I was like, man, that's actually a pretty good price considering he's coming with all the essentials, you know? So I said, you know what? I'm going to pick it up. The guy wasn't that far from where I live. So we picked it up on a Sunday, my wife and I. We went to church in the morning, and after service, we drove out to the guy's house in PA. He wasn't that far away, maybe about 20 minutes out. So went, picked it up, and I asked him if he had other stuff, but he didn't. Apparently, the reason why it was kept in good shape was this particular Hogan was given to the guy by his uncle, but the kid wasn't into wrestling, so he really didn't do nothing with it. Actually, I got one more Hogan to show you. I totally forgot about this one. But he never played with it, so it was just like in a box somewhere, so collecting dust. So it never got really played with or thrown around. So that's why it was in good condition, where you don't see a lot of the paint worn off and things like that. So I was super excited about that. You know, yeah, it was dirty, whatever, but I was like, I'll clean it when I get home. So that's exactly what I did. Came home, washed it up, cleaned it up, and was able to display it. And I love it. It looks great. I was chasing that Hogan for several years, because every time I would see it at a toy show, a toy show, they always wanted over $100 for it, or it was boxed up. And I'm like, I'm not gonna pay multiple, you know, a couple $100 for it to be in a box if I want to display it. You know what I mean? So if I could find one opened already in good shape, I'd rather do that. That way I could display it. So I ended up getting it. So now that's my favorite Hogan. Now this Hogan, this is the last one I'm going to show you now. I totally forgot about this one because it was actually on another side. It was on the table. But this particular Hogan, this was another Hogan I was looking for. It was from the, oh man, I can't remember the name of the group, the name of the line. I think it was Cage Fury or something like that. I still have the box downstairs, but I took it out to display it. It's freaking awesome. I forgot what I paid for this Hogan, but I had bought it in the box. It always seems to go for at least $100 or more. But this is such a cool Hogan. This is the statue, and this is what I was kind of like getting at with the shot glass. If you look at the shot glass, it's the same exact pose. You know what I mean? Even the shirt is the same. You see the flag, you know. So this Hogan is ridiculous. I love it. You know what I mean? And then it looks like it's part of the ring. So this is a cool little piece to display. That's what I'm saying. Like you can't, when it's in the box, this particular Hogan especially, you can't do nothing with it, because all you see is like a window from here up. So you don't even see him standing inside of this, because you got to put this together. So, you know, how can you really appreciate this while it's in the box? You got to open it. So this is why I love displaying my figures and my statues and all that other stuff. So this is the Hogan. The detail is amazing on it. The detail on the belt, man, look at that. That's probably my favorite belt, the Wing Eagle. I love that championship belt. But everything about this is awesome. And, you know, I figure I share it with you because even though I do a lot of baseball on my channel, and I do a lot of baseball cards, you know, I am doing a collection of Hogan, and I'm going to be getting more Hogan cards now, especially now that I'm going to be using Mag Pros. So I'll be able to find a lot of his cards for a cheaper price. I was looking for the 85 Topps Hogan. There's two of them, one with a yellow background and the blue background. I think one is number 1. I forgot what the other number is. I was looking in the National for that, and I did find one, but it was autographed, and the guy wanted over $200 for it, and it was already my second day there, so I already had made most of my purchases the day before. And so my cash was low, my budget, so I didn't want to like get into a $200 card, you know what I mean, if I didn't have to. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the autograph is cool and all, but I don't need the autograph. I just want the card. So I'm gonna be looking into getting that card. That's another gold card of mine for my Hogan collection. But little by little, I'll build it up. You know what I mean? I've been building my baseball collection up. And but I wanted to share another passion of mine, which was Hulk Hogan action figures. I actually bought a new one that I haven't opened. I should have brought it out here with me because I could have opened it up right on the spot. So what I'll do is I'll probably do another video and I'll do an unboxing of that action figure and we could go through it together. I'll open it live on cam, like, you know, not live, but on camera. I'll open up the new Hogan that I got. It is an NWO Hogan, so it's kind of cool. But I appreciate you guys spending time with me, checking out this video and what it is that I was sharing. So I hope you enjoyed it. Take care. God bless and be safe. Peace.